Michael Colbert was the CFO of Jobs and Family Services. It's got the biggest chunk of the money in it. And I couldn't think of anybody better to lead this than somebody who understood every piece of it. Michael has been a tremendous team player. He's done a fantastic job. Tell them about the priorities that we set in this budget, and maybe a little bit, Michael, also about some of the awards that people working in your operation have received.
Well, thank you, Governor. The first thing that we needed to do is prioritize our programs for our most vulnerable Ohioans. The food stamps, the cash assistance, the children's programs, those programs that would protect our most vulnerable citizens. This budget does that. The next thing we looked at is those programs that would assist Ohioans in getting back to work. So our priority then shifted to child care. We know that child care is instrumental in Ohioans moving back to work because people want to know that their children are protected. We also know that the lack of affordable child care is critical as the economy gets better and people want to go back to work. Our budget, as it is now, all children that are in subsidized child care will be able to stay on subsidized child care.
And Michael, let's talk just a little bit about an area that I know you want flexibility from the federal government. We know it's so critical. Talk a little bit about workforce development.
Thank you, Governor. Workforce development is critical to getting people back to work. We took a two-pronged approach to workforce development. The first is incumbent worker training. Incumbent worker training is simply those individuals that are already working. We provide training to help those individuals get skills to move into different positions. As they move into the different positions, it creates a vacancy, and then new individuals can come in, and it creates job opportunity. The second prong of our workforce development is on-the-job training. On-the-job training is simply matching employers with employees, getting them trained, and then guaranteeing them a job at the end of the program.
Well, and we've got a lot of work to do in this area. We've talked to members of the legislature, Republicans and Democrats. It is critical that we get this darn job training working the right way, because it's just not been, and Michael and I have to go to Washington, and who knows, meet with everybody that we can. In fact, we'll be heading to Washington on Thursday with our bipartisan leadership team to talk to the congressional delegation about people beginning to work together in this state. Michael, one word about the call center and the awards.
Ohio recently had a major spike in unemployment compensation. As you know, the economy downturn forced us into a situation when many Ohioans had to receive unemployment compensation benefits. Our state was recently awarded one of the top serving states for unemployment benefits and for distribution of those benefits throughout the nation. So what that tells us is Ohioans are receiving their benefits, they're getting them timely, and they're getting a quality of benefit that is critical to moving forward.